you guys wanted to make sure everybody's characters was right, everything was working like it's supposed to, because this is the beta versus the classic edition. So some like connect with any beta, you have connection problems and bullshit happening. So I just wanted to make sure everything was right. We could get into it. Everybody's characters was created, and basically, explain to you guys how I'm going to be running this. D&D is a game that's interpretive to a lot of different house rules. So, and then, with me making my own little thing to it, and like I said, when I sent you guys that custom player's handbook, I know a lot of shit in there was confusing. So I just wanted to make sure you guys grasp my intentions. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Kiru. All right, so let's go back to the chat and look at your character.
Yeah, I keep it. I keep the new character sheet loaded up on a tab just to make sure. Let's see. Also, I do have a question about death. Like you said, it's gonna be basically permanent unless you have Witch. So
Yes.
spells like Revivify and then like the not True Resurrection, but I forgot the name of the other one. Those don't exist, or they're just not there.
No, so you're gonna be able to use like Raise the Dead, stuff like that, where if you die within 10 minutes, you'll be, if you're revived within 10 minutes of death, they can bind you back and all that other good stuff. All that stuff is gonna be playable. What I mean by death is permanent. Is like if you exceed the time limits for those lower level spells, that character's done, unless you can have a wish spell or some other means to truly resurrect somebody. True resurrection, I'm not sure if that works. I'm not sure the actual rules on this true resurrection spell, but if it can restore you to life, then if the spell can restore you to life, then that will be allowed. But what I mean by death is that once that player exceeds the time limits for all the lower level spells, you cannot play that character anymore. And it's not going to be any okay, I make the exact same character with a different name. It's not going to be none of that either. Like I said, this is going to be more of like a sim type thing. Things are going to be timed, and I'll go over more of this once everybody gets here. So I'm going to actually be keeping time on how long you guys do stuff, not like real world, but like in game. So if you say, hey, we search a room, okay, I'm going to add 10 minutes of time to the world, because there's a calendar feature up here which allows me to track the days that you guys spent on questing and stuff.
Okay.
So what that's gonna do is gonna allow me to set like random encounters to happen on a random day. So I could say like a month from now, an army is approaching from the north to lay siege on your town. A month from now, so that means you guys can go out on quests for 30 days. And how long you spend on that quest, if you spend 31 days, when the time you get back to that town's been destroyed because y'all weren't there to help defend it. So that's what I mean by tracking time. Like I said, this is gonna be it's gonna be pretty immersive. That's why it kind of sucks that we're not all centrally located, because like I said, when I run D&D, like I have props and everything. Like it's crazy.
I know.
Oh man! All right.
I'm
just remember.
I've played D&D for just about 2 months, I think. Yeah.
Say again?
I've been playing D&D for about 2 months or 3 months. I'm very new to D&D.
It's not that big a deal. We'll help you. I've been playing for about 6 years, been DMing for about 4. It's not a hard concept. It's pretty simple, actually.
Playing COC before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. so we got to make Kate Ezrin.
Ah, man. Because let's see. I mostly do player stuff because I get real nervous when I DM, and I usually punk out after like the third or fourth session. And I'm just like, nah, I can't do it.
It's a bit challenging. Like one of the guys that that's gonna be playing today, John, JMC Gray. He's one of the people I play with regularly.
I get real nervous when I DM, and I usually punk out
honestly,
after, like,
I've
the
always been a
third or
writer.
fourth session.
I like writing. I like creating characters and things like that. I've always liked doing that.
I'm just like,
so
nah, I can't do it.
Being able to create my own story for people to play through, I mean, I just enjoy telling the story, basically. And Jonathan will let you know I worked on this for shit for so long.
For years.
Oh, he's here. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, well, that's good. Put blood, sweat, and tears in it.
It was a lot of tears. We were at NTC. It was a lot of tears.
Oh, man.
All right, so John, when you connect, I can give you your character because yours is done. All right, Kay, we're gonna get you. All right, you are a half elf.
Y'all can hear me, like, okay?
Yeah.
I just turned to a bit louder.
All right. Also, the backstory I sent you, was that okay, or do I need to change anything?
Honestly, bro, I haven't even read it. I ain't gonna lie to you. What, like, but no, like, because like I've been working on this, like making sure everything works, making sure macros work, and all that other good stuff for like a week now since I posted it on Reddit to make sure everything was like good to go. But due to this COVID shit, I can only see my son on the weekends. So like, because I'm a single dad, so I work like full time, and so I don't want, and I'm around a lot of fucking people, so I don't want to be, exposing him to that more than I have to. So he stays with my mom during the week. And Friday, when I got my son, honestly, bro, like this shit took a back seat. Like I can't even lie to you.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. That's your son, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I did get a lot done. That's why y'all characters aren't like completed yet. So, and really, the backstory is not really gonna matter a whole lot. Outside of the role playing elements. Now, I award additional XP. What's up, Terrence?
As long as we play our character in that way, it doesn't matter if we write down on the character sheet. Okay.
Yep.
Because I haven't finished the story yet.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, honestly, I mean, until you give me like a detailed backstory, I'm basically it's like, okay, you're a cleric and you're a good cleric, and like if you choose lawful good and you're a fucking cleric, okay, you shouldn't be the person. You shouldn't be the person, campaigning to kill the villagers. Like, you shouldn't be that person.
I saw a child forget to say thank you, so I followed him home and beat him with a stick.
Yeah, for real. Like, all right, so we just missing Victor.
Chaotic good.
Victor and Jamie, once they get
your campaign thing right now?
Yeah, I'm in right now. I'm building Kay's character because I haven't done it.
I'm exporting my character sheet right now. Wait me for a sec.
Let's see, 2 skills to become.
Y'all ever have some of that good old like puffy cornbread?
I really don't like cornbread that often. I rarely eat it.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not
All right, so we're just missing Jamie, it looks like. Yeah, looks like we just missing Jamie.
I just sent out my character into the chat.
It's fine. All right. So, and there he is.
Hi.
What's up, Jamie?
Hey there.
Hi.
I dropped my laptop on the floor about 5 minutes ago, so hopefully, it still looks like it's working okay. But if I randomly disappear, that's why.
It's all good. All right. So now that we got everybody here, first of all, I want to thank you guys for joining, taking this leap. I'm excited because I've worked a lot on this. John's excited because I know he's been wanting to play it. He's been with me every step of the way writing this, so I know he's ready to do it. Like I was just explaining to the guys, this is session 0. It's essentially me explaining a lot, but depending on how far we get and how good you guys get with using the software, we might actually make this session 0.15 or whatever. But first thing is code of conduct. We're gonna try to keep it respectful. We ain't talking about nobody's mamas or nothing like that. I love jokes. I absolutely love jokes, and John can attest. I laugh at a lot of inappropriate shit, and I make fun of a lot of inappropriate shit. But be as that said, we all men, we all grown, and we all got our own family, so we're not gonna disrespect. All right. Second thing is this isn't like a static environment. I know we said it for noon today. That doesn't have to be an everyday thing. When we wrap it up today, we can set the next time that we can meet. What time everybody can meet up, and then we can continue at that time. It doesn't have to be a every Sunday at noon type deal. And if I'm going too fast, just tell me to stop. That's pretty much as far as code of conduct. That's the only 2 things I require. Be respectful, and let's try to pick times that works for everybody. Because I really would enjoy everybody playing. If somebody has to drop out, for whatever reasons, I'm not going to judge. I don't mind running a session with 5 or 4 if you guys feeling that cocky. I don't mind it, but I do want to be considerate with everybody, and I would like to have everybody there, just so everybody can enjoy the story. As far as rules and how I'm going to be DMing, okay. The first thing is the reason I'm having you guys roll 3 sets of stats is because, like I was explaining to Kay earlier, death is going to be a permanent thing in my campaign. What I mean by that, there are certain spells like raise undead, restoration, all that other stuff that if you die, if you get raised within X amount of time, you are restored to life like normal. Those are fine. What I mean by that is that once you pass that allotted time, for your death, then that character is no more, and then you have to make another level 1 character. That way, the reason we don't have to roll for stats because you already have that second stat ready to go. All right. So, and it's not going to be any my barbarian paladin thing died, so I'm going to make another one. No. You're going to make a different. You have to make a different character because this is going to be more like a sim. It's going to be more like a life sim. Anything you do is going to be timed. Not real time, but in game time. So if you're in a dungeon and you say, okay, we searched the room for clues. Okay, I'm going to move the game clock 10 minutes forward. The reason I'm keeping track of time like so is because I have random things that happen on random days of the calendar year. And then I also have things that happen during the day at certain times. It could be something such as a weather change. It could be a random encounter. It could be a lot of different things. So that's why everything you do is going to be timed. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. We went over time. Oh yeah. So I am a big detail person. I need to know specifically what you're doing. That way, I can adjust that time accordingly. So let's say you're in a dungeon and you say, okay, y'all just killed a group of enemies, and Terrence is like, hey, I want to search the bodies. Okay, are you like just running through the pockets, or are you actually spending time like searching them for stuff? Because if you're just running through the pockets, okay, you find like a short sword and like 15 gold. If you're actually spending time like 10 minutes to search the body, okay, it delayed you from progression through the dungeon, but you found a scroll with instructions to a hidden alcove with a chest in it. So being specific is going to help you guys out. I'll be requiring checks on a lot of things that you guys are going to be able to apply. I have a lot of stuff already automated, so you don't have to worry too much. If you're having trouble with the program, just let me know. What else? That should be, oh yeah, so, all right, so the way I do combat and flanking is basically, it has to be a true flank. And what I mean by that is that you literally have to be on the direct opposite side of the person that you're attacking, if that makes sense. So I'll show you guys in a bit when I pull up an actual map and put you guys on the map, but that is for 2 melee characters. For a melee and a ranged character, the ranged character will have advantage if they can make a wisdom check versus the intended target's perception, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. A wisdom check?
Yeah, so basically it's your wisdom of, okay, this target, let's say you're a ranged character, you're shooting an arrow at something that's engaged with the tank, right? You're shooting an arrow at it. Okay, are you wise enough to let that arrow go while they're distracted? And their perception is kind of like in a martial arts movie. It's like, oh shit, something's coming. Let me step back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if their perception check trumps your wisdom, then actually that would be intelligence, not wisdom. But if their perception beats your intelligence, you make a regular roll. If your intelligence beats their perception, you attack with advantage. Simple. And then if that target is engaged with 3 targets, so let's say like you're fighting one boss, let's say you're fighting a dragon, right? And 3 melee characters, or 2 ranged and 1 melee, or 2 melee and 1 ranged. Anything more than 3 characters, all 3 have advantage.
Ooh. Yeah, and surprise isn't a factor. Like the target can know that the arrow is coming, and
What's up?
Can we still like have advantage even if it isn't a surprise?
Oh, so surprise attacks?
No. Flanking.
Yeah. So if you have a true flank, you're gonna have advantage. So basically, like if imagine a grid square of nine grids, right? If I'm directly, because the program, it has this targeting ability to where I can point the arrow at which way the enemy is facing. And so you'll be able to see which person that enemy is targeting. So you would be able to get behind it and be able to attack from its blind side to get advantage.
I see.
I also do a fumble table and a critical success table with combat. Basically, the way it works, once you roll a crit success, do not roll your damage. because I'm going to allow you to roll on my crit success table, which is right here. Let me share that with you guys. All right, so you guys now see the crit success table, and you should be able to access it in your table menu.
Sorry, I haven't. Excuse me, I haven't joined into the campaign. I think.
Okay. All right, so all you need to do is, are you familiar with Fantasy Grounds?
I will share my screen with you.
Yep, go for it.
Can you see it?
It's loading in. Hang on. All right, so go to Join Campaign, and in the GM name, search for Franchise. So, no, you were right. Go to Join Campaign.
Join campaign.
And then where it says Join by GM name, type in Franchise with a Z. FRANCHIZE. All right, so now it's Reavers. REAVEVE. What's up, son? Yeah, play your game. Yeah, I don't care. And that's it. It should allow you in now.
Click in retry.
Is that you? STU 148?
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
Oh, thanks.
All right. All right. So, everybody see the table?
Yeah.
All right. So, so that's gonna be what you guys get to do if you, if you successfully land a critical hit. I also have one if you critically fail, what I just shared with you guys. So whenever you crit, either good or bad, do not automatically roll for damage, because we'll have to adjust some things manually. I can't set macros for that, or at least I don't know how to at this point. The next thing, item degradation. So based off of the material that you guys are using for your weapons and armor, they will what? How are you guys able to? All right, so now I was seeing something pop up in the chat, but my bad. So based off of what material you're using for your items depends on how many hit points those items have, because items can't last forever. Like they have to have some kind of TLC done to it. So the way that's going to work, every time you land a critical hit with a weapon, it takes 1 point damage. Every time you get critically hit, your armor or shield takes 1 point of damage. To the point of where once all the HP is gone, it no longer provides the benefit of what you were getting. So whether you were getting that +2 from a shield to AC or whatever the case may be, repair or you can go and get it repaired at a town for a fee and all that good stuff. But we'll get more into that as we start the actual role playing. What else is an important rule off the bat? Yeah, those are like the only important rules that y'all probably have to deal with the first couple of encounters at least, and we'll get more into that. Also, so maintaining sustenance. So you will be required to eat and drink during the day, or you will suffer exhaustion. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with what exhaustion does, but basically it gives different constitution nerfs. So I think at first it's like you like lose like 10 feet of movement and so on and so forth till eventually you die. So when you're out and about in the wilderness, you're able to go and forage for food. So you're able to go hunting, or you're also able to go and find plants and herbs to create potions, poisons, and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
So just keep that in mind. And like I said, Jonathan, he's ran through this a couple of times. Well, not through this. He's done an adventure or two here or there throughout this campaign. I promise you, he has no advantage over anybody else. And you guys won't be able to metagame this. So if something isn't making sense or you have a question about it, just ask. Do you guys have any specific questions?
Hmm.
Don't think so.
I will
For
let
now,
you
no.
know when I have one.
No.
Yeah. On that crit
I'll
table, do you do any damage unless you roll a 11 or 12?
But no, yeah. So if you do any damage, if you get a crit, you will do damage. You will get your regular damage, but depending on what else you roll on that crit table, you get additional either damage or additional situation or something.
All right.
So if you roll a crit, you do your damage, and then like you'll get your damage roll. But I'll also, before you roll, I'll do the macro. That way it'll do it automatically.
Okay.
That way we're not doing like 3 or 4 rolls if you got like super fucking lucky. Like Mike over here rolling straight 20s.
First dice.
All right, so. Uh-oh.
That's a good start.
All right, so.
Just looking at the fail table as well. What if I'm a sorcerer and I literally don't have a weapon? Because a lot of these seem weapon dependent. So would that just be arcane focus? Like I would end up throwing my arcane focus instead of my weapon.
Sounds about right. We'll worry about that. Don't be missing. How about that?
Yeah, I mean that yeah, that's the aim.
But yeah, I didn't really think about that. Good point. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, man, you can't be telling them that type of stuff, all right? It messes up for the rest of us.
I'll do my best.
All right, so let's see, case stats. So now I'm going through, and like I was telling these other guys, I apologize. Once I got my son here, like I did not care about this at all. Me and him been doing shit, so
That's fine.
I have to go through and finish building all you guys as characters. All right, so 14.
How easy is it to get currency? Like,
What do you mean? Money?
Yeah, like money. So, like, what I mean is, I've played in a couple different games, and like one game, it's just like, you go take a leak outside. Oh, you found 500 gold. While another game was like, you just cleared this rich guy's entire mansion. He gives you like 15 gold, man.
Okay, so currency is gonna be pretty easy to come by. Relative, I could say. I do like giving out money because, as you saw, I don't know how far you guys looked at my table, but you're able to buy buildings and things of that nature for your village that cost a pretty penny. So gold's gonna be a thing. But I'm glad you brought that up because that reminded me of something else. So with the way I'm doing rewards, so I will give the option when there is a magical item. Typically, magical items are going to be like something that's unidentified. If you have a magical item, before you accept it, before you say, hey, I want this, or I want to give this to my player, whatever the case may be, you guys have the option as a team to give back that magical item for XP. And it's going to be a 1-for-1. So whatever the value of gold that item was, I'll give that amount of XP to be shared amongst the party.
Okay.
Ooh.
And will there be rewards that we get both, like together in item and XP?
Oh yeah, yeah. So every encounter that you do gives XP. Even the mundane ones. Like if I say, hey, if you guys are out in the wilderness for like 7 days and you guys stop to take a long rest, and someone's like, okay, well, I need to go hunting to make sure we have food. Whoever decides to go hunting, or the characters that decide to go, they are going to get XP for that encounter, because it's going to be like a whole encounter for them specifically to do. But the trade-off is that they don't get the benefit of the long rest like the rest of the party did, because they're out hunting while everybody else is resting.
And
Go ahead.
Another thing I want to ask is, can we loot the corpse of the enemies, or
Yes,
or
absolutely.
or NPC we find
Absolutely.
die beside the road? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we can
So
do that.
you can even rob people. I have a whole section on robbing people.
So this is a auto success, right?
Like you're gonna be able to do, like I said, it's like a sim. Anything that I could think of that I've done either in a game before, or like playing a game that I really thought was a cool feature, or that I read that was a part of D&D, I tried to incorporate a system for that, a random system, not the DM decides. Like I wanted to incorporate something that you guys had control of. But that also brought me to this right here. So with all of your decisions, good or bad, something can or cannot happen. And what I mean by that, let's say you guys go into a town, the folks are friendly, people are like loving you guys, and they let you know that, hey, a horde of goblins have been robbing the town, and stealing our food, stealing our valuables. We want y'all to take care of them. You're like, okay, these are some nice people. Let me go and clear out this cave of goblins. Okay, y'all clear out the cave of goblins. The city rewards you. It's fine. You go out on another adventure. You come back to the town, and the town's set on fire by a dragon. And the reason is because the goblins that you cleared, they were stealing stuff from the village, but they were giving it an offering to the dragon, and that kept the dragon from attacking the town. So you guys kind of like made it better, but made it worse. So there'll be consequences to every action you take, and every action you fail to take. Make sense?
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So party suggestion for direction we go is pyramid scheme bandits.
What will we offer for the scheme?
It's just what you call it, like we engage in like multi-level thievery, and it's just like, whoever you steal from, I get 10%, and then you hire someone and they get 10%. All right.
So while we are selling our services of stealing stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Here, I have
Oh man.
All right, Kate. For your character, you can pick 2 skills to become proficient in: acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, performance, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, or survival.
Oh, I have 2 more, or
Did you put them on your? Oh yeah, you did put them on your character sheet. My bad. My bad.
let me see. Is
You
there?
had it on your character sheet.
All right. Also, is there? I've been using Discord for like 5 years, but is there a push to talk for Discord?
I don't know shit about Discord.
On configuration, user settings, and voice.
Yeah.
Voice settings. Oh, here we go. Push to talk. Sorry about that.
So,
Oh, it
fighter.
was just I think you're opening something like a snack or something, and
I know, not sharing with the rest of the class.
yeah.
Athletics and medicine.
Yeah, that was probably me eating cornbread or opening a book.
I thought that's some crunchy ass cornbread.
Yeah. It looked like there was the lens light on your home.
Alright, we got all that. Oh, and yeah, this is also going to be a important thing. So HP, the way I allow HP is whatever you're starting. So whenever you roll your hit dice to find out your max HP when you level up, you get 2 options. You can either take the average, double it, and add your Constitution modifier to it, and add that total to your HP, or you can roll your hit dice and then apply those things. I try to give you guys a lot of HP because, like I said, some of these monsters are going to hit like a damn truck. So that's going to be something for you guys to decide when the time comes. I do leveling at the end of an encounter. So basically, if you guys need like 100 XP and y'all kill something that's worth like 120, until the encounter is done, nobody will level up. When you level up, everything refreshes. So you get all your spell slots back and all the other perks with that.
Okay. And just to make sure, from my understanding, unless I'm being slow again, when you get health, it's like, let's say you roll 8 and you add +2 from your con, so that's 10. But instead of 10, we like double that, so we get 20 HP from that.
Yes, when you level up.
Okay.
As far as like healing is going to be whatever perks that your character have. It's going to it's going to automatically, factor in all the perks and things that your character has. I do allow hit dice to be rolled as a bonus action during an encounter. So, but you can only roll 1 per turn. So if you want to use your hit dice during the encounter versus waiting for a short rest, that's fine. Also, we ain't gonna do any rest spamming. So y'all not gonna go into an encounter, take a long rest, and that's why I have the time system in effect to prevent you guys from every time y'all kill something, y'all want to take a long rest to get all y'all shit back. Doesn't work like that. In a 24, what's up?
Nothing.
In a 24-hour span, you guys are going to only be able to benefit from 1 long rest. A long rest is 8 hours. Short rest is 5 minutes. You guys may or may not have random encounters during your rest time. So if you have a long rest and you guys enter combat or have a random encounter that involves anything strenuous, you will not receive the benefit of that long rest. With your random encounters, basically, they're like optional side quests, basically. It could be like, hey, you guys find a map in the road. You guys could either be like, well, we're kind of in a rush to get to, this town due to, orcs attacking tomorrow and we still got a whole day's travel. Okay, you guys decide to pass up the map, nothing happens. So you guys pick up the map and y'all want to investigate where it leads to. It might cost you a day of travel, but you might find a treasure chest, or the map might just be bullshit and you just wasted a whole day and missed out on the orc invasion. So like I said, it's going to be completely player controlled and for you guys to decide the course of this story. So Victor, I have your character. You can click on Derek and he'll be assigned to you. Make sure all of your just click some random stuff. And I want to see how it pops up in the chat. Who else clicked? Somebody clicked. All right, cool. Click all right, so I'll do that going through your character when I assign everybody their character. All right, he chose to take expertise and perception. And Kay didn't pick his weapon style. All right, so I'll make a macro for that. Second wind. Like this features action. Self HP, and it is 1d10 plus fighter level.
Real quick.
Shoot.
Sorry, I was looking at the character sheet, and I think for perception, because they're prodigy, that should be like a +7.
Well, I'm not finished with yours yet.
Oh, sorry about that, boss.
No, you good, man. No, you all good. I got you. I want to make sure everybody's stuff is where it's supposed to be, and we all got the same numbers and all that other good stuff. And then you chose outsider background. What was your fighting style?
Archery.
All right, so let me read what that does. There. Fighting style, archery, +2 bonus, made with ranged weapons. All right. All right, here's a question because I'm not going to be able to do a macro for specific ranged weapons. Are you only going to use ranged weapons?
Do you only mean like bows, or do you mean I can't use swords, or?
No. So I'm asking because I was going to build a macro that way. Anytime you attack, it automatically adds the +2, but it'll do that for everything, and it won't differentiate between ranged or not. So I was just wondering, like, are you going to do that? Because if not, I can add +2 every time you attack, but I just have to be reminded to do that every time.
I think I'm gonna try to use mostly range.
Okay.
I mean, there is a +2 button at the bottom, like below the chat box, so you can just click on that whenever you use ranged weapons instead.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just have to remember. I just have to remember to do it, or let him remind him to do it because.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you got Outlander, and then Perception. Alright, now you should get, you got Fey Ancestry. I don't know why Dropbox just opened. You have Wanderer. And what musical instrument do you want? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
What musical instrument do you want proficiency in?
A flute.
Flute. And you get 2 additional languages.
Let me go find those real quick.
If you click the little bubble on the chat, it'll show you all the languages.
Let's see. I know.
You know Common and Elvish already. You can pick 2.
And then Draconic and Sylvan.
All right. And then you get expertise. You said you wanted expertise and perception. And you start off with items. You get longbow. Short sword and hand axe. Quarterstaff. Net, and then quarter scan.
도서관 만들어.
야 타워
궁갔어 나 궁갔어
우리 하나 노 플래시. 중단 메이샤 중단 메이샤 중단 메이샤 중단 메이샤 중단 메이샤 중단 메이샤 중단.
얘들아 깊다
보자.
오케이
야 얘들아. 잘했다.
나이스
도서관 만들어.
야
때려. 진짜 잘했다.
미안해
Backpack. Medical. Mexican. Hunting trap. Yeah, broken travel clothes. Wood carver's tools. Arrows. Nah, porch. Okay, did you send me a picture of your dude?
Yeah, I think I accidentally sent it to the main chat. Let me go find it real quick.
Alright, I can go find it from there. It's fine. Yep, I see him. The guy with the bow and arrow, hero.
Yeah, I didn't realize you could change the name on Hero Forge until I saw someone else do it.
Save image. Okay. I'll grab that. I say that's PNG. And from my book, you chose Prodigy. Language, you chose Primordial. Okay, so you got expertise. All right, so your character K is done. All right, who's next? Mike. Hey, Mike, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. All right, we doing yours now. So you never told me where you want your stats assigned, or at least I never saw it. So, your first one, 17.
Dexterity.
All right. Your next was a 15.
Constitution.
All right, you got another 15.
Wisdom.
Another 15.
Charisma.
14.
Strength.
And 12 intelligence. No, 11 intelligence. All right, cool. And you are a bronze dragonborn. Bronze. Oh, you have lightning damage too.
Yeah.
That'll make it super easy. I can just drag Gray's macro over. A, you're chaotic neutral. Well, actually, I can put all that stuff in later. That's not important. Then you are resistant to lightning damage as well. This to lightning.